So I'm going to summarize what we talked about the best of my abilities. So we're talking to Matt Minster from Breakthrough, or sometimes Breakthrough Fuel. Um, I learned a lot about what you guys do because it's so much more than just fuel reimbursements, or just so much more than just. It's really uh, it's when in the world that wants so much data, you guys have tons of data, and it's not for nothing you have that data. You guys have, I'm just looking at the notes here, 46.5 million shipments. I'm assuming that's every year. 35 billion in transportation spend, uh, 16.5 billion commercial transportation miles, 2.6 billion gallons of diesel fuel tracked. So you guys have really, at a very high level, uh, insights on all of the things we just talked about. Um, I think when we talk about what we're trying to accomplish, first off, there's the strategic challenge, like, and we talk about the Straits of Hormuz, but that's never ending. When this is over, we're going to at some point talk about Venezuela. Where's that fuel? We're going to talk about maybe Canada with the issues they have with Alberta. There, the new pipeline, the new fuels. There's so many conversations and they never end. It used to seem like we had a disruption every year. Now it feels like we have a disruption every quarter. And I think part of that is because we have the visibility into it. We have visibility. When I was a kid, we wouldn't even know there was a Strait of Hormuz. Like, it was like, yeah, unless soldiers are going there, we don't care. So you guys give them the big view of the world and of energy markets. And also, getting to the very kind of, I'll say more the micro, you guys do this freight reimbursement strategy in a way that is much more granular, much more accurate than they're going to do if they're doing it through the DOE. Um, Also, everybody should be tracking sustainability. Talked about smart way. I think everyone should have on their KPIs one one KPI for sustainability. And I think if you're working with Breakthrough, you can start using their data to get there. You don't have to guess and say, that was a big truck. I'm going to say that big truck gets 18 miles to the gallon. I have no idea. But the expectations are there now from our customers. So if you're a big shipper, I guarantee they have sustainability goals. Uh, Next, we talked a little bit about the freight market impacts. Uh, Diesel fuel's gone up. But I think also you guys can tell us a little bit about all the natural gas, the LNG, the CNG, propane, electric. As those modes become more and more important, you guys can work with us. And also, we talked just about the precision of those rates. Uh, we want precision. We get precision everywhere else. Now we're using a market average that's based on a week, and it lags. It makes no sense. We can do better, and you should do better. Uh, anyway, put a big old bow on this one. Final thoughts on the topic, Matt?
I think you hit it in the wrap up in talking about we find ourselves in 2026 in the midst of volatility, but it's just the latest, right? And there's going to be more. We really focus a lot of our energy on durable, sustainable fuel and freight strategies, and sustainable not just in the sense of lower emissions, but sustainable strategies that can endure any market cycle. And in 2026, it's a supply side energy shock. It's also a shift in the rate market driven by the availability and supply of trucks to from a point in which truckload rates were relatively flat for a period of years to now where they're feeling upward price pressure and have seen a significant pressure in the spot market. So these markets continue to evolve. There's policy disruptions. It can be focused on decarbonization. It could be focused on the labor force. It can be regional. It can be international. But we're really focused on providing data and insights that help shippers navigate any of these circumstances and ultimately focus upon these sustainable strategies, mitigating their risk of exposure to transportation and energy prices over time, whether that's hedging through larger adoption of sustainable energy or alternative energy, or focusing on the efficiency of their network. really want them to focus on their relationships in the freight marketplace, understand which carrier relationships have really served their network well and have helped them grow their business the way they wanted to grow that, and opportunities to find new partners. And we're managing all this data and information to help make these real sustainable decisions possible.